Arsenal have completely destroyed Manchester City 3-0 in the Community Shield. And honestly, this wasn't one of the games where you can say it's just Community Shield. It doesn't matter. Because the performance from Arsenal was seriously impressive. They look sharp, more aggressive, more organized, and more prepared for the new season. Meanwhile, Manchester City look like a team still trying to figure out something or to figure things out under the new manager, Enzo Maresca. Eddie, so today we are going to break down exactly what happened, what Arsenal did so well, what went wrong for City, whether these results tell us anything about the Premier League coming this season or the Premier League ahead. Eddie, let's start with Arsenal. They could have started this game any better, and they did so well in that game for sure. What's your take on Arsenal performance in this game?
Yeah, Arsenal, as you said, did very well in this particular game. Yeah, they wanted to make it clear that they are Premier League, title holders. Then so they really have to give a clear message that indeed they are in for the game, and they did what to be done. They got the assignment done at Arteta, and the guys understood the game, understood the assignments, and they got their things done.
Yeah, they got their things done. At the 23 seconds, that's all it took for Arsenal to score. Calafiori gets onto the score sheet, and suddenly Manchester City are behind before they have even settled into the match. Is it the effect of Enzo Maresca that taking this job, it wasn't gonna be easy, as taking a job from the best of best himself, Pep Guardiola? Did he think it could have just been easy for him like that?
Manchester City, Pep Guardiola did very well with the level he took Manchester City to. Pep Guardiola, Maresca, the former manager from Chelsea, taking over. He's also a good man. He's also a good manager. He got all things wrong in this game today. With the formation that he plays today with 4-2-3-1 isn't the typical formation of Pep Guardiola. We all know that. So that was the main reason why Arteta was able to outplay him. And as we said, the first goal was very nice for Calafiori. It took him just 30 seconds into the game, as you said. And also that was a very pass perfect. The assist from nobody than Lewis Skelly did a very, very nice assist. So they just outplay Enzo Maresca and his boy.
He just outplayed Enzo Maresca and his boys. And that goal was important because it completely changed the dynamics. Arsenal didn't have to chase the game anymore. City had to come forward. And that game gives Arsenal the opportunity to press and win the balls and attack the spaces behind City midfield. That's exactly what Arsenal wanted, and they got it. And I think that was one of the biggest things we learned today. Arsenal are not just a possession team anymore. They are hunting. They can hurt you when they win the ball and transition quickly into your. Eddie, was that the case of the new signing? Is it Tzolis announced himself? And we have to talk about Christos Tzolis. His performance today was absolutely amazing. What a debut.
Yeah,
2 assists.
What a debut for him. Getting 2 assists is it's incredible. And also getting his first trophy, your debut, and also getting your first trophy in Arsenal. We all know how long Arsenal have been fighting to win a trophy, or to lift a trophy, and winning the Premier League from last season, and also beginning of the season lifting their Community Shield trophy. But with Tzolis' performance is just incredible. He, for me, would deserve, as man of the match. Very, very fantastic striker with him. Now I think the Arsenal team is going to be one of the dangerous teams to watch out this season. Yeah, I said every single season Arsenal is always in the title race, and this is a clear message that they are really back to defend the title. With what they did, and that's a good sign, and also as well. And also Bruno Guimaraes also got the time to also participate in this game. Yeah, it's good. It's good with the play what they showcase against Manchester City today. It's a clear indication that Arteta and his guys are really ready for the kickoff this of 2026-2027 season.
Yeah, for sure. And hey, the second goal came for Arsenal. Yes, then Arsenal get their second, and from the man himself, Kai Havertz made it two for Arsenal. And at that point, City were in serious trouble because allowing Arsenal to come into this game, they weren't just defending their lead, they were still playing forward. Eddie, is that a case of Arteta football, or the players were well prepared before getting into this community shield? Because this is the most score sheet we have saw in community shield compared to the last time around 2014, the round up City and then Arsenal, when City score more goals for sure.
Arsenal were more prepared than Manchester City. I say Arteta has been with the boys for more than countless seasons now. And since Enzo Maresca also taking over Manchester City from Guardiola, he now have a lot to do. And with that, it's going to take him some time. Now he has to learn from some of the mistakes he committed today. If you're playing against your opponent like that, there are some couple of mistakes you don't need to commit. So he committed them, he got punished, and unfortunately it was a trophy. So he has to learn the hard way, as we all know. Yeah, the task ahead is going to be difficult because his spell in Chelsea wasn't a success, and also losing the trophy in Manchester City is also it says a lot. It says a lot. Yeah, I can't promise whether he's going to be the manager of for Manchester City to the end of the season. That I can't promise you, but losing a community shield, as you know, is something he should be very, very worried about.
Should be very, very worried about. Now let's talk about City, because obviously losing 3-0 is bad for sure against a team like your rival team Arsenal. But the scoreline isn't actually the most concerning part. It is how they lost the game. And City had possessions, but possession isn't the same thing as control. They could not control the ball at any point in time. So we are still looking at how Arsenal get into their nets. Arsenal look like they were the team controlling that match, and City struggled to create more chances. Is it the formation that actually affected Manchester City, or maybe Maresca had too many changes taken over from Pep Guardiola?
Normally, this isn't the usual formation or the usual lineup from Pep Guardiola if he was the one to manage this game. And as a new manager, he could have even maintained the style of play that, the formation of Pep Guardiola. But since he's a new manager, he also has to create his own legacy. It's been Pep Guardiola before Pep Guardiola left. I find it even difficult to start a game. But in this particular game, we saw Foden over there. And also, and as I think Anderson was also over there. Actually, there is nothing much to talk about, but Enzo Maresca needs to.
Enzo Maresca needs to learn,
And
because
playing against this Arsenal defenders or this Arsenal team, they were and their keeper Raya. Arsenal last season were one of the club which considered very less. So City could have do better. And Enzo Maresca is also coming from the Premier League as well, because he just moved from Chelsea. So he should have known better going, facing Arsenal in this particular game, facing Arteta in this particular game, but he failed to do so. That's what I said. It's going to be a long way for him.
It's going to be a long way for him.
I
Haaland was isolated.
I don't see him ending the season with Manchester City.
See, Haaland was isolated. The midfield didn't really dictate the game. And whenever Arsenal won the ball, they look capable of getting forward quickly than Manchester City. And that is a massive problem for City as it stands right now, because Eddie, this was something that I think, it's a completely different City now. Pep Guardiola isn't on the touchline anymore. It is Enzo Maresca. And Ruben Diaz absolutely talked about that there are too many changes from Pep Guardiola era to this era. And Enzo Maresca should have absolutely known that City, as it stands right now, they are like Chelsea right now. If you take a lot of trophies, and right now this kind of trophies you are losing, it means that it will be difficult to move forward in this season. But do you think City is ready for the season. But I cannot count them out completely right now because Enzo, he has experience in the Premier League. When he took over Chelsea, it wasn't like this. But then they had young players, energetic one who could listen to him. But compared to Manchester City right now, their players are not young. They are well talented. They've already taken a lot of trophies and they know what it takes. Do you think they could respect Enzo Maresca with this kind of games being defeated with so much goals?
They have to, because now there is no more Pep Guardiola. The era of Pep Guardiola is over. So the players have to just respect Enzo Maresca and things will be good for them. Because if you are not respecting your manager, you are not going to get the playing time. That's one thing the players have to put in mind. Just respect him, build the connection with him. Definitely, you are going to get the playing time and things will be good. But if it doesn't happen that way, it's going to be too early for some of the players. Their days will be numbered in Manchester City. And this season, as your question, if Manchester City are prepared for the season, we can't write them off. Each and every single season, Manchester City are always in the title race, as we all even saw last season. Things weren't good for Pep, but they still gave us a very close competition. It was very, very tight, very close. So this season, let's see how Enzo Maresca will be able to also impact the boys of the boys of Manchester City.
Yeah, let's already see how he's going to impact for sure. And one thing I like about this game is Arsenal midfield. Arteta did a smart job by making Lewis Skelly getting involved, looking extremely comfortable in the midfield. And Bruno Guimaraes give Arsenal something they have been missing at times for quite a long time. And today, it really shows why they absolutely signed him. Physicality is aggressive. And when you talk about his willingness to win duels, and he can carry the ball from distance to absolutely create spaces. And I look at so many things about Guimaraes and I said, yeah, this is a player that Arsenal spent fortune for and is already showing up. And he gives Arsenal another player capable of controlling the middle of the pitch. And for sure, this was what we absolutely looking for from Arsenal. And absolutely, they delivered it. Champions of champions. They really did it. Eddie, today, Haaland, I don't know what really went on. He has to talk. We have to talk about Haaland today because he is barely influenced this match. He didn't influence it at all. And do you think he could do better? And at a point, he was substituted before the game ended.
Talking of Haaland, we need a player who will be able to get the ball to him. He's such a player, like box player. Get him the ball, and he will definitely get you the goal. So if the midfielders are not getting the ball to him, definitely he will be outplayed in the game. And with their squad, who will be the one to assist him? Doku on the other side would like to also score. He would like to dribble, get into the 18-yard box, and also do something for himself. And you're also on the same on the other side, would also like to also put his name on the score sheet. So there is always like that. Enzo Maresca have to talk to the guys very well, so that if in case of anything, they should just find ways and means to locate Haaland in the 18-yard box, because Haaland in the 18-yard box with the ball is dangerous, so that they can also be much more always involved in the game. If not, they are still going to see Haaland like out of last season. Only a box-to-box player.
Only the box-to-box player, and Rodri in the midfield alongside with Anderson didn't absolutely work completely. And guys, that's our take for today. And do you think Arsenal are now favorite for the Premier League, or are we reading too much into the Community Shield game as sub now? Let us know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and we'll see you in the next video. With me is Eddie and my name is Ashili. We'll see you next video. Ciao.
Ciao.